The universe has aligned in such a way that I am now the proud owner of this here Tama Silverstar Mirage drum kit. This has been on my bucket list of kits to own in my lifetime, and I was able to find this one close to me and at a great price, so I jumped on it. Overall, it is in great shape. I don't see any cracks. There's no rust or pitting on any of the hardware. From the looks of it, it just needs a good cleanup and a basic tune-up and should be good to go. So in this video, I'm going to be doing just that. This being my first time ever with my hands on an acrylic kit, let's go through this together. Starting with the rack tom, I removed the heads by loosening the tension rods 2 at a time, as to relieve the tension on the heads and lugs evenly. This helps reduce the chance of any unwanted stress on any of the lugs, causing the shell to crack where the lug is mounted. Since I am new with acrylic shells, I am treating these as if they were glass and with caution. While it is a drum, and yes, I will be beating it later with a stick, it is better to be safe than sorry. After removing the heads, I can also take off the mounting system, which is very similar to the other Tama I did a video on. But this one for sure takes the cake as far as looks and simplicity goes. It's awesome. Anyhow, with the head off, I can get a better look at the shell as well as the edges and check again for any issues. And all seems to be well, they are just dusty. So, with the help of some Vader's drum polish and a clean microfiber cloth, I begin by spraying the shells inside and out, then using the rag to go along and clean them up. This is a straightforward process, there are no secrets to it. Just know every little touch of the shell with a bare hand will show up in the right light. But quickly I found a way of what works when handling the shells, so it went pretty fast after that. And some of the bearing edges did have this black stuff on it, which came off fairly easy with a little bit of elbow grease. But in pointing this out on all drums, no matter what the shell material may be, always check the edges for little things like this that might be overseen, as it will affect tuning and sound overall in the long run. As for the hoops as well as the lugs, I did spray them a bit with some groove juice and wipe them off until shiny. I repeat this step to clean up the tom mount as well before cleaning up the tension rods and putting the heads back on. And for some reason I am out of or cannot find my lithium grease, so something in this case is better than nothing. I use some Ghetto WD-40 to get the job done. After that, I place the heads back on, and I'm just going to reuse some Remo Emperors that I had laying around for now. The heads that came with this kit are pretty much trash. On to the floor tom. It was just repeating this entire process as I had did on the rack tom. Being careful each step of the way and inspecting the shells as well as all the other components on the drums. Having created a rhythm to the process, this went fairly quick, then it was just on to the bass drum. The only tedious thing about the bass drum were the claws that hold on the hoops. These came apart easily, but were the dirtiest of things to have to clean on this kit, having collected dust into every little nook and cranny, or so I thought. After getting the snare apart, I had realized that this was by far the icing on the cake when it came to the dusty shit. But with using what I had left of the Vader's drum polish, I had finally finished cleaning. And there you have it, a quick and simple playthrough on the Tama Silverstar Mirage. This has been a drum kit that was on my bucket list of kits to own in my lifetime, and I finally did it. After about 20 years, a lot of patience, and the right timing, this one popped up less than an hour's drive away from me on Marketplace for 500 bucks. Totally worth every penny in my eye for something of this quality. Aside from the heads, I do plan on upgrading a few trivial things like hoops and washers. Other than that, this kit is gonna stay in the condition that I got it in, which is great. Overall, I am super stoked to own this kit finally after all these years. Plan on keeping it and making more videos to come. And I'd like to point out again, doesn't matter what your dreams are or how goofy they may seem to others, stick to your roots and what you are true to and try your best to accomplish those goals that you set for yourself. This was something I've wanted for a long time, and it still seems so unreal that I have it actually sitting back there. But in due time, things will work themselves out for the better. You just gotta have a little faith and patience. The deals are out there and they are waiting to be found. But again, I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, subscribing, and commenting on videos when you do. If you haven't, please take the time to do so and keep in the loop on the channel for future content. But until next time, drums, drums, drums.